Hello everyone, welcome back to Brain Power Classes. This is our part 2 of class 12th economics chapter number 4, supply analysis. So, in the previous video we studied the meaning of supply, supply schedule, determinants, supply and the law of supply and assumptions. Now, in this video we are going to begin with the exceptions to the law of supply. So you can see here one by one we will be learning. First is supply of a labor. So supply of labor is measured in terms of hours of work. Initially, when wages increases, workers are willing to work more hours because they want to earn more income. मतलब ज़्यादा hours वो work करेंगे तो they expect कि हमें उनकी जो wages है वो भी ज़्यादा मिले. कम wages मिलेगी तो वो कम hours का मतलब कम समय तक काम करेंगे. When wages increase, workers are willing to work more hours because they want to earn more income. However, after a certain level, workers prefer leisure and family time over extra income. So, as a result, they work fewer hours despite higher wages. Therefore, the supply curve bends backward and is called backward bending. You can see here. It's a backward bending. Next exception we have agricultural goods. Agricultural goods products are produced only during a specific season. जैसे कि मॉनसून ले लो, मॉनसून के टाइम में ही मतलब मोस्ट ऑफ इंडिया में एग्रीकल्चर जो है मॉनसून में ही होता है. So कि their supply depends mainly on weather conditions. Therefore, even if price increases, farmers cannot immediate increase the supply. So ये totally वेदर पे बेसिस है. मतलब यहाँ पे किसी मतलब फार्मिंग प्रोडक्ट की प्राइस बढ़ती भी है तो हम उसका जो प्रोडक्शन है बढ़ा नहीं सकते. Hence, the law of supply does not apply fully to agricultural goods. That's why it is one of the exceptions to the law of supply. Now, urgent need for cash. So sometimes sellers need money urgently. So in such situations, they may sell goods even at a lower prices. Therefore, supply does not increase with price. Perishable goods. Some goods like vegetables, fruits, eggs, and milk cannot be stored for long. So, to avoid losses, sellers may sell large quantity even at lower prices. Hence, these goods are exceptions to the law of supply. And last, we have rare goods. The supply of rare goods cannot be increased because they are rare. उनकी डिमांड मार्केट में है, मतलब उनके वैल्यू इन एक्सचेंज भी बहुत है, फिर भी हम उसका मतलब जो प्रोडक्शन है इंक्रीज नहीं भी कर सकते बिकॉज दे आर रेयर. एग्जाम्पल इंक्लूड्स रेयर पेंटिंग्स, ओल्ड कॉइन्स, एंटीक गुड्स. इवन इफ प्राइस राइजेस, देयर सप्लाई रिमेन्स अनचेंज. उस पर कोई मतलब चेंज ही नहीं आएगा. नेक्स्ट वी हैव वेरिएशंस इन सप्लाई. So, variations in supply occurs due to changes in the price of a commodity while other factors remain constant. There are two types of it: expansion and contraction. Now, let's see expansion of supply. Expansion of supply means an increase in quantity supplied due to an increase in price. यहाँ पे देखो, expansion of supply means an increase in quantity supplied due to increase in price. Quantity की सप्लाई जो है बढ़ गई है क्योंकि प्राइस इंक्रीज हुआ है. बाकी जो फैक्टर्स है वो सेम है, कांस्टेंट है. हियर देर इज एन अपवर्ड मूवमेंट ऑन द सेम सप्लाई कर्व. यू कैन सी फ्रॉम एस इज द सप्लाई एंड एम इज द एक्सटेंशन ऑफ सप्लाई. इट इज गोइंग अपवर्ड. अभी बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल ले लो. बिकॉज ऑफ दिस क्वांटिटीज, suppose कि the price rises from 20 rupees to 30. Because of this, the quantity supplied increases from 200 units to 300 units. Because other factors are same, just increase in price results in increase in supply. So this is called the expansion of supply. Now, contraction of supply. So contraction of supply means a decrease in quantity supplied due to a fall in price. There is a downward movement on the same supply curve. You can see here. In expansion it was going from m to n. Now here it is coming from n to m. It is coming to back downward side. So this is a contraction. Example, take it if price falls from 30 to 20, quantity supply decreases because जो प्रोडक्ट की जो प्रोडक्ट हो या गुड्स हो जिसकी प्राइस कम हो गई है तो उसके लिए सप्लाई भी कम होगा, और जब प्राइस बढ़ेगी तो उसका सप्लाई भी बढ़ेगा. दिस इज कॉन्ट्रैक्शन ऑफ सप्लाई. So this is called contraction of supply. Now changes in supply, there is two changes: increase in supply and decrease in supply. Increase in supply. So increase in supply means more quantity is supplied at the same price. It happens because of favorable factors like better technology, lower production cost, reduction in taxes, availability of inputs. A graphical representation देखो इसका. SS is the supply and S1 M to N. This is a shift in supply curve. Shift towards right side. डिक्रीज में देखो, अभी डिक्रीज में है जो 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 S2 है, सप्लाई टू जो है लेफ्ट साइड को जाता है. सो डिक्रीज इन सप्लाई मीन्स लेस क्वांटिटी इज सप्लाइड एट द सेम प्राइस. It occurs due to unfavorable factors such as increase in production costs, higher taxes, scarcity of raw materials, natural calamities, कुछ भी हो सकता है. So in this case, the supply curve shifts to the left hand side. Now we are going to learn the concepts of cost and revenue. So cost के concepts. So in production, producers use inputs like labor, raw material, and machinery. The expenses incurred on these inputs are called cost of production. So these are three important cost concepts: total cost, average cost, and marginal cost. First, we are going to learn with the total cost, that is TC. So total cost means the total expenditure incurred on producing goods and services. सो इसका फॉर्मूला है टी सी इजिकल टू टी एफ सी प्लस टी वी सी. मतलब टी सी निकालने के लिए हमें टोटल फिक्स कॉस्ट की एडिशन करनी, टोटल फिक्स कॉस्ट एंड टोटल वेरिएबल कॉस्ट की एडिशन करनी होगी, और जो कुछ भी इन दोनों के टी एफ सी प्लस टी वी सी की जो एडिशन आएगी वो टोटल कॉस्ट होगा. सो यहाँ पे टी एफ सी इज टोटल फिक्स कॉस्ट. दीज आर एक्सपेंसेस इनकर्ड ऑन फिक्स फैक्टर्स लाइक लैंड, बिल्डिंग एंड मशीनरी. इन पे जो इनका जो कॉस्ट है ये फिक्स्ड होता है, चेंज नहीं होता. दिस कॉस्ट रिमेन कांस्टेंट. और नेक्स्ट वी हैव TVC, that is total variable cost. These are expenses incurred on variable factors such as labor, raw materials, fuel and electricity. Variable है क्योंकि ये चेंज होते रहते हैं. Variable cost change with the level of output. And next we have the second type is average cost, that is AC. So average cost means the cost per unit of output. So इसका फॉर्मूला है average cost is equal to total cost divided by total quantity. So यहाँ पे AC is average cost, TC is total cost, T is total quantity. अब suppose कि total cost is 800 and output is 40 units, then average cost is equal to हमारा total cost है 800, it will be divided by 40 because of our total quantity is 40. So after division you can see average cost is 20. So 20 is per unit. Next we have marginal cost. Marginal cost means the additional cost incurred in producing one more unit. Formula is MC is equal to TCN minus TCN minus 1. So TCN is total cost of present output. TCN minus 1 is total cost of previous output. So you can see the example here. Cost of producing 4 units is 200 and cost of producing 5 units is 250. So marginal cost is equal to 250 minus 200. It will be 50. So thus the marginal cost, the marginal means extra, the marginal cost is 50 rupees. Now these were the concepts, cost concepts. Now revenue concepts. Sorry. Revenue concept. So revenue means the income earned by selling goods and services. These are there are three important revenue concepts: TR total revenue, AR average revenue, and MR marginal revenue. So total revenue. So total revenue means total income earned from sales. Formula is total revenue. Total revenue is equal to price into quantity. So price multiplied by quantity. Example you can take see here. Suppose a firm sells 50 units at 200 each. So total revenue is equal to price into quantity, that is 50, there is 200 into 50, that will be 3000. So therefore total revenue is 3000 here. And next we have average revenue, AR. So average revenue means revenue earned per unit per unit sold. Formula is average revenue is equal to total revenue by divided by total quantity. You can see here example. If total revenue is 3000 and quantity sold is 50 units, so according values put according to formula. So our formula is average revenue is equal to TR divided by total quantity. So 3, yeah, average revenue is we have to take out. So 3000 divided by 15, so it will be 200. Therefore average revenue is 200 per unit. Next we have marginal revenue. So marginal revenue means the additional revenue earned from selling one more unit. Formula is MR is equal to TRN minus TRN minus 1. So TRN is total revenue of current output and TRN minus 1 is total revenue of previous output. Take a see example here. Revenue from 20 tables is 4000 and revenue from 21 tables is 4200. Then MR is equal to 4200 minus 44,000. So after deducting 200 is the marginal revenue. So in this chapter, we studied meaning of supply, law of supply and its assumptions, and in this part, we study exceptions to the law of supply, variations and changes in supply, cost concepts, revenue concepts. So remember, understanding supply is very important because it helps us analyze production decisions, pricing policies, and market behavior in economics. Thank you, everyone. Keep learning and keep growing with Brain Power classes. See you in next video.